In the last class, we saw some applications of integration and differentiation in physics also, right? We have seen some equations related to kinematics, like V equals to U plus ATS equals to UT plus half AT square, V square minus U square is equal to 2AS, etc. Remember? Now,
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you one thing. Suppose,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah,
Sir,
tell
for
me.
physics, which books we have to buy, sir? NCRT only, sir.
No, no, no. You are for BPC or MPC? Or are you for
MPC,
medical or
sir. MPC, sir.
engineering students? If you are aiming for JE, then
Yeah.
it is mandatory that you first complete HC Verma. So for I'm writing
Okay.
engineering.
Yes, sir.
So engineering aspirants, they have to complete this book first. Without this, you cannot do JE. So HC Verma, part one, and HC Verma, part two. The book is called Concepts of Physics. Part 1 and part 2. Now, if you are aiming for JE, mains, or even advanced, this book will, solving this book will give you the tools required to uh, crack those exams. Okay. Now, you can buy them in Amazon, or you can go to local bookstores and get it. You'll get it anywhere. So, these two books, can you see?
Yes, sir.
Part 1 and part 2, H.C. Verma. The book is called Concepts of Physics. It is by Bharati Publications, I guess, if I remember correctly. Now, this is the older version. This thing that you are seeing, this dark blue color is the older version. This light blue color is the new version. Okay. So, you'll get two parts together like this, part 1 and part 2. So, this is the book you have to do for physics. Now, if any of you who are aspiring for medical seat, if they want to learn physics, their aim is not just to crack NEET exam, but they are sincerely willing to uh, you know understand physics well, even they can do, but I don't recommend it because this is little bit overkill for medical students. Are you getting my point? So this much depth is not required for medical students. Medical students need not solve this book. If they want, they can solve the, see, H. Verma is something like this. Okay, let me just show you the book. Everyone able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll just show you how the book will be. So actually, it is illegal to download these books, but anyway, we have it. That's why I'm showing you. If you want, you can also download. And there is a book for Foundation by H. Verma also for class 9 and 10. Can you see here class 9 and 10?
Yes.
Let me show you. So this is, you can download from here also. See here. This is book for class 9. So here, if you click here on this download button, it will download that book. This is for class 10. That means if you want to go through basics of physics, you can download these books and the book I am talking about is this book, H. Verma class 12. There is a book here. There is a solution. I absolutely don't want you to look at the solution book ever. If you look at the solution, you will lose the ability to learn the subject. Clear? Getting my point? You will get these solutions. You will get these solutions on the website, free solutions. But I, very seriously recommend never to look at the solutions. And I'm telling you, the solutions that they give will be different from the solution that I get, solution you get, solution some other student gets. You are getting my point. Everybody will have his unique way of solving problems. So we should follow our own original way. We should not try to imitate others. Clear? So that is how
Okay.
you will get the clarity. So don't never look at this solution book. Okay, maybe sometimes if after trying for 2 or 3 days you are not getting the answer for the problem, okay, then you have no choice. Then that particular 1 in 100 problems, you want to look at the solution, you can just go through that solution manual. Otherwise, for each and every problem, if you go through solution, you will not learn a single thing. Okay. Now the book is something like this. See. Okay. So these are all some, yeah, the book is something like this. So HC Verma, class 11, let us download and try to see if he allows to download. This is PDF, class 11. Here. Open. Actually, there is no Wi-Fi, that's why it's taking so much time. Let me show you how the book is, and I'll explain how to use that book.
So, sir,
Okay.
for medical aspirants, it's not that needed.
See, if your aim is just to get a medical seat somewhere, some medical seat, you just want to become a doctor, then this is not required. But if you are a very serious student in medical, like if you think that you are capable of getting, rank within top 100 or top 500, you want to be the best, okay, then you can go for this book. Now you'll understand whether you're that caliber of student or not after 1 or 2 months. You are getting my point. See, the
Yes, sir.
point is, see, everybody is not equal. See, everybody, that is a fact. You have to accept. Everybody who goes to gym doesn't become Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Because that should be in the genetics also. So, uh, if you are not very good in mathematical aptitude, and if you are trying to do this book, it will waste your time. That's what I'm trying to say. If you are extremely intelligent in maths, in problem solving, in numbers. Some people are gifted by birth in numbers and in maths. They understand maths well. Those people, they can easily do it. So I don't, that's why I don't recommend it. You are getting my point.
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying that you have to do. If you are in medical, you have to do this book. You don't need to do. Without this also, you can get a rank in top 500. Without going in very deep into physics also, you can get a good rank. But if you are interested in learning the subject, if you are loyal to the subject, you are willing to understand the subject well, apart from getting a rank in NEET, if your aim is also to get good with physics, then you can do this. But for for engineering aspirants, this is necessary. If you want to get good rank in JEE, without this book you cannot get, because the paper of engineering or JEE will be much tougher than the paper of NEET. In NEET, how many problems you have in exam? 180 questions, right? You are doing 180 questions in how many minutes? 180 minutes. You are getting 1 minute per question. Medical people, right? Whereas the people who are writing exams for engineering, they will have only 75 questions in 3 hours. They have to solve only 75 questions. 25 in maths, 25 in physics, and 25 in chemistry. That means what? the problems they are going to get in exam are much longer, much will test multiple concepts in single problem. That's why they have to deal with problems in depth. That's why they will need to do this book. It is compulsory that they need to understand and do this book, solve all these problems given in the book. See, I'll go through the chapter 3. You'll understand how the structure of the chapter is given in this book. So let me go to chapter 3. So if you look at this chapter, any chapter, okay. So this is chapter 3. Now first there will be some theory given. What is rest, what is motion, what is distance, what is displacement. You can just go through that. English is very simple. And then in between he will give you problems here. See, there is example 3.1. 3.1 means it is first problem in chapter number 3. And there will be a question here. And then after the question he will give you solution. And there will be explanation for the solution. Everything will be written. Then he will give you one more problem, 3.2, okay, and then he will give explain the graphical this thing of that, and then so on and so forth. There will be some definitions, new definitions will come, again new problems will come, okay. So here can you see that you are already looking at integrations and all in chapter 3?
Yes, sir.
See, yesterday I derived this, do you remember dv by dt equals to a, and I brought dt to the other side. I integrated on both sides. After integration I got v minus u equals to 80, and again I got v equals to u plus 80. Do you remember from yesterday's lecture?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What I'm trying to say is, see, no matter what book for competitive coaching you take, they will immediately start using these integrations and differentiations from the beginning. This is chapter number 3, okay. And actually this integration and differentiation is explained in this book in chapter number 1. In chapter number 1, okay. Now the thing is, see, if you read this book by yourself, it will take a lot of time for understanding. So what I recommend is you listen to class. After listening to class, don't go through all the theory. If you want, you can go quickly, but you go through the theory after it is covered in class. Before it is covered in class, if you try to understand, it will waste your time. Are you getting my point? And you have to do each and every example problem. You have to do each and every example problem, okay. After example problems and theory, so first example problems and theories are given together. All the theory is given, okay. Then the chapter ends. After chapter ends, there are worked out examples. So worked out examples are given, like I think 20 to 30 worked out examples, depending on the length of the chapter. If the chapter is big, more. If the chapter is small, less. So here in this particular chapter, he gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 11, 16. Totally he gave, I think, 20 example problems. 20 example problems he gave. After example problems, there will be short question answer. Now these short question answers are not generally numerical questions. These are conceptual questions. See, for example, look at the first question. Galileo was punished by church for teaching that sun is stationary and earth is moving around it. His opponents held the view that earth is stationary and sun is moving around it. If the absolute motion has no meaning, then the 2 point of views are not equally correct or equally wrong. Explain. You are getting my point? These kind of questions are given. So these questions will clear your doubts and concepts totally. These short question answers. Okay. After that, there will be 2 objective parts. Now, in the first objective one type questions, you will have single correct answer. That means if A, B, C, D is the choice, only one answer will be correct in objective 1. And in objective 2, more than one can be correct. For example, for the second question, answer may be ABC. Or for the third question, answer may be BD. For fourth question, answer may be ABD. For fifth question, answer may be CD. You are getting my point? So this is objective type 2. So objective type 2 questions are generally very tough in H.C. Verma compared to objective type 1. So, and after that there will be exercise. This is the very important part. Now in the exercise part, the exercise in H.C. Verma is given in such a way that the problems in the beginning are very easy. Okay, for example, this first problem some of you can do even now, before the chapter has been covered. Okay, second problem also some of you can do if you see, and third problem also you can do. But if you go to the end as the exercise is progressing, at the end, if you look at last 10 problems, the last 10 problems are very difficult. See here, last 10 problems are very difficult. In terms of difficult, I mean it will take little bit of thinking to do. Okay, so what happens is when you start doing this exercise, when you come from problem number 1 to problem number 52, you won't even realize that the difficulty is increasing, because you will increase the difficulty gradually. Okay, so by the end of the exercise you will do the difficult problems without realizing that you have reached that level. You are getting my point? Clear? And then answers are given. See, for objective type 1 answer are given. So in this chapter 13 objective type 1 questions are given, and 10 objective type 2 questions are given, and exercises, how many questions are given? 52. And in some exercises there are multiple questions also. For example, in first problem there are 2 questions, question A and question B. In third problem there are multiple questions here, question A, question B, question C, question D. So basically overall I think you'll have about 70 questions if you count all the sub questions also. So if you do this, your chapter is complete. Now if you complete these exercises in HC Verma and understand each and every problem very well after completing, then your chapter is done. Now you need not touch this book. You can do problems from other materials, okay, that we will provide you, like assignments and all. But if you complete this chapter from HC Verma, the one particular chapter, then you are perfect in that chapter. Okay, only if you are perfect you can complete, otherwise you can't complete. Now see, it's not a big thing. So these many number of problems in one chapter is not a very time consuming task. It will not take a lot of time, but if you complete it you will be perfect. For example, next chapter is the forces. So again theory, along theory in between there will be example problems like this. Example 4.1 is here, and then theory is finished. Now worked examples are there. In worked examples he will give you solutions along with the solutions. Then questions for short answer. These are conceptual questions, theoretical questions. Then again objective 1, objective 2, again exercises. This is a small chapter, that's why only 12 questions are given. Then Newton's laws of motion, it's a big chapter. So again theory with examples is given. Okay, and then after that what do you have? You'll have worked out examples. So how many worked out examples are given? I think total number of 11 worked out examples. These are questions for short answers. So these are theoretical questions, objective questions. So 14 in objective 1 and 9 in objective 2. Then exercises. In exercises, how many problems do you have? I think you have total of 42 questions. You are getting my point? And then your answers are given here. So this is how the structure of book is. Now for the people who are aspiring for engineering, honestly, this book is must. Everybody does this book in every college across India. If you are preparing for JEE, you have to do HC Verma. Okay, so everybody does this book. Every topper does it. Every average student does it. Every above average student does this book. Everybody does. First they do this book and then they go for other materials. You are getting my point? Now if you want, I can share these PDFs also, but I recommend it is better to get a hard copy. Okay, you have to get a hard copy so that it will be easy for you. Clear? And for BPC students, material will be given from where to do. Okay, and main thing is you have to follow class very well. You have to follow classwork notes very well, and then you have to do the material given. Okay, clear? Now in physics it is all problems, all about problems. Theory you won't get in exam. in NEET and JEE. You'll get only numerical problems. Okay. Now let us continue from
Sir,
yesterday's. Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah. Tell me.
what about IOS H.
What? Can you repeat?
H. Verma's bio also important for NEET aspirants?
Can you type your question? Once you type your
sir,
question, yeah, tell me.
sir, can you please tell how to solve log 2 to the base 10?
Log 2 to the base 10.
Yes, sir.
So you have to remember this value.
Sir, is there any way of solving it?
Yes, there is a way, but now you will not understand that because you can expand any log. You can expand this log actually.
Sir, will these values come in today's test?
Yes. You have to remember log 3, log 2, log 3, log 7. If you remember, rest of the values you can take out. You are getting my point. If you remember log 2, log 3, and log 7. What is log 7? What is log 7?
0.699.
No. That is log 5.
So 0.8451.
0.8451. Anybody remembers log 7?
Yes, sir.
0.8451.
1.
Okay. If you remember these three values, you can take out almost all the values. For example, log 4 is easy.
0.6020.
Yeah, you can write it as 2 square and 2 will come in front. So if you know log 2, you know log 4. Log 5 is also easy. Why? Because you know log 10. Log 10 can be written as
Log
5
5
into
into 2.
5 into 2.
Okay, so according to that, what is log 10?
Log of 5 to the base 10. In plus
Log of 5 to the base 10 plus
Base
log
10
of
plus log of
2 to the base 10.
base 10. Log 10 is 1. Log 5 you are finding. And this is 0.3010. So log 5 is how much? 0.6990. If you want, you can remember this also. Clear?
Yes.
Log 6 is also easy. What is log 6? Log 2 into 3, which is? Tell me.
log
Log
2
plus
to the
log.
base
Log of
2
2 to the base 10 plus log
to
of
the
Log,
base 10
uh,
to the base plus log
see,
10 to the base.
no. Log. See, you need not tell to the base 10 every time.
Log 3.
So you can just say log 2 and log 3 because generally when you are talking about log, you are talking log to the base 10 only. And when it is natural log, you say, natural log. That's all. You're getting my point?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So log 7 you remember. What is log 8?
2
Log
into
of
4.
2 into 4, yeah, 2 cube.
2 cube, 3 log 2. And then, log 2, then you can find this thing. Clear? You're getting my point? Okay.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me. Does bio and chemistry of H.C. Verma? No, H.C. Verma is an author. It's not a publication. So H.C. Verma is an author of physics book. Okay, you are getting my point. So there is no chemistry and bio of H.C. Verma. So H.C. Verma is not a publication like Arihant or something like that. H.C. Verma is an author. That book is Bharti publication. Okay, Bharti or something, I don't remember, but that publication is different. H.C. Verma is the author. Clear?
yes, sir.
So for bio and chemistry, your faculty will tell you which books to follow. So actually it depends in chemistry and bio. books you see. I think bio mostly NCERT only the book that they follow for theory. Okay, and for exercises they will give you some material. See, the thing is, in biology nothing will come outside NCERT. Very less questions, maybe 1 or 2 questions will come outside NCERT. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
But
sir.
in physics, because physics is totally problem based, the problems will not come from NCERT. Obviously, you are getting my point. The problems can come from anywhere. So new problems will come. People who will create the problems or take from some other material and give. You are getting my point. So for physics, for physics, NCERT is not the book to go for. You are getting my point. But for physics and chemistry, sorry, for biology and chemistry, you have to do a good reading from NCERT also, apart from attending the classes. Clear? In physics,
Yes,
what do you? In physics, you just solve problems. In physics, reading from any book is not your job. You are getting my point.
Yes, sir.
So in physics, your only job is to solve problems. Actually, in maths and physics, both. If somebody is taking maths here, uh, in mathematics and physics, the only thing you have to do is keep solving problems, as many problems as possible. Clear? Okay. Next
Sir,
question. Yeah.
sir, there were question in the notes like cos square dx where limits were not given.
Cos square.
Dx.
Limits, if limits are not given, you just write plus c. Yesterday I discussed, right? If limits are not given, it is called indefinite integral. You write plus c. And cos square x we solved yesterday, remember? Cos square x.
Yes, sir.
What did we write cos square x as? Tell me.
1 minus
No, 1 minus
plus cos
1 plus cos 2x by 2.
2.
Remember? So what did we do next? We separated. So 1 by 2 dx plus 1 by 2 cos 2x dx plus c. Remember? So what was the integration of 1 by 2? 1 by 2 x.
1 by 2x.
Because 1 by 2 comes outside and 1 remains here. Integral of 1 is x
X.
plus. What is integral of cos 2x? Sin
Plus sin 2x.
2x. Chain rule. By chain rule we divided by 2. Remember?
Yes, sir.
Plus c. So what is answer? X by 2 plus sin 2x
2x
by
by 2.
4. Remember? Remember this?
Yes, sir.
How did we do other problem? Cos square 2x? Sorry, cos square x? Tell me. What is cos square x? 1
1 plus cos 2x divided by 2.
Cos 2x.
divided by 2. Remember? So it is 1 by 2 dx plus 1 by 2 cos 2x dx plus c. Right? So 1 by 2 comes outside. I am writing one more step, don't worry. Dx. Okay, let me write one more step here. So by 2. So 1 by 2 cos 2x dx plus c. So what does that turn out to be? It is x plus 1 by 2. What is the integral of cos 2x? Sin 2x. And I can apply chain rule. When I can apply chain rule, plus please tell me in integration.
When function in the function?
When the function in the brackets is or in the parenthesis is linear. Remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So tell me what is the answer here? X by 2 plus
Sin 2x by 4.
sin 2x by 4 plus c. So you have to write this c whenever there is no limit given. Okay, I'll tell you why later. Now you remember. Clear?
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, how do you apply chain rule in integration?
Yesterday I told you, right?
Sir, actually, I wasn't there in Saturday's class
So you should
because you
have
just.
just watched the recorded lecture, na?
Sir, it
So
was uploaded too late.
okay, fine. But later today you watch after the exam, okay?
Okay,
Because
sir.
you missed a lot of things. You don't fail to watch it. I'll tell you now, but still, because many examples we did yesterday. Okay, clear? So see, we told you, I told you yesterday that you should apply chain rule in integration only if there is a linear function in the bracket. What do you mean by linear function?
Power is 1, degree is 1.
No, mx plus c kind of function like this. Okay. So here we have sine 7x plus 3. What is integration of sine? It is minus cos. Clear? Minus cos 7x plus 3, and then you take the derivative of this. What is the derivative of this?
7.
It is the derivative is 7. Remember,
Yes, sir.
derivative is 7. Now that 7 you don't multiply like you multiply in derivatives. You divide it. You divide it. What do? You divide it. Plus c. You are getting my point. I'll give you one more example. Suppose e power 10x plus 9 you have dx. What is the integration of e power 10x plus 9? It is e power 10x
10x
plus 9
10x
only.
plus 9 by
divide
But
by
what is the derivative of this? It is 10. Now you divide by that. Plus c. You are getting my point.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll give you one more example. Integration of 1 by 4x plus 3 dx. So what is the integration of 1 by x? Natural log of x.
natural log of x.
4x plus c
4x plus 3. But
by
what is
4.
the, so see, in the bracket you have this function whose derivative is how much? What is the derivative
4.
of this
4,
function?
sir.
It is 4.
4.
What do? I divide by 4. I divide by 4 plus c. You are getting my point? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, what is the integration of? Okay, just let me. What is the integration of 7x? Not 7x. I'll take some other number. 5x plus 2 whole power 10 dx. Tell me.
Sir, 5x plus 2 whole power 11 by 11
Very good.
into
5x
5.
plus 2 whole power 11 by
11
7.
into 5.
11.
In place of x, you have something else. So what is the derivative of that?
5.
What is the derivative? This is the derivative of this is
5.
5. So I have to divide by 5. So it is 1 by 5. So overall, if you simplify, what do you get?
5x plus 2 to the power 11 divided by 55.
Okay, this will be 5x plus 2 whole power 11 divided by 55. You are getting my point? Okay. Now, can you do this integration if the function is nonlinear? Sine of 3x square plus 7x plus 2. Can you apply the chain rule here? You cannot apply the chain rule. You? Why? Because this function is
Non-linear.
this function is what? Non-linear. So for non-linear, it doesn't work. For non-linear, it doesn't work. You are getting my point? If you want, you can check. If you want, you can check. Cannot apply the chain rule. Okay. So let me just show you. Integration of cos of 5x plus 3 dx. Let us apply chain rule. Tell me what is chain rule. So what is answer?
That's
Sine of
Minus
sine of 5x plus divided by 5.
divided by 5 plus c plus.
C.
Okay. Now let us check by differentiating this whether we get the original function or not. Okay. So tell me what is the differentiation of see 1 by 5 is constant, it will come outside. So what is the differentiation of? So d by
5x plus
dx. So it is cos of 5x
5x.
plus 3 by chain rule into 5.
Yes,
So 5 cancel and you got the original
function.
function. So whatever you are doing is correct. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now let us see if it works for nonlinear functions. So let me do this. Cos of x square dx. So this is wrong. What we are doing is wrong here. I'm just proving it. Just for the sake of proving, I'm doing it wrong. So this is wrong. What we are doing is wrong. So let us apply chain rule. Tell me, it is sine of x square by
Divided by 2x.
2x. Now if you see, you can clearly see here that differentiating this will not give you this. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you take the derivative of this function, obviously you won't get this. So that's why applying chain rule is if the function in parenthesis is nonlinear is wrong. You cannot do this. Okay? So it cannot be done.
Sir, how will we solve this integration? Cos x square.
We cannot solve.
Okay, sir.
There are certain integrations that we cannot solve. But we can solve cos square x. We can solve cos square x, which we solved here. So there are certain methods or some tricks to solve some equations, but not always an integral is possible. Derivative is almost every time possible, but integral is not always possible. You are getting my point? Okay? Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now let me just prove you one thing, why integration is reverse of differentiation, and then I'll end the lecture. From tomorrow's class we can start our topics in physics, but up till now whatever was covered, trigonometry, logarithms, and derivatives and integrals, you have to be 100% perfect. Clear? Okay, before going into that, let me ask you one question. What is natural log of 2?
Log 2 to the base e.
Yeah, log 2 to the base e. How will you find the value of this?
Sir, by convert it into log to the
Log to
base
the
10.
base 10. How to convert?
Sir, we will multiply 2.3
03. Very
73.
good. 303. 303. Very good. So what is this? 2.303 into log to the base 10 2. What is log to the base 10 2? You know. Tell me. 2.303 times. Tell me.
0.301.
3010. Clear? So if you multiply this, you'll get 0.693. Clear? So
Sir,
ln, yeah,
is this 2.303 constant?
yes, we saw that, right? I proved
Yes,
that.
sir.
I proved that in the class. See how to convert log 2 to the to the base e to log to the base 10. You use this property. Which property you use? This property, log x to the base b by log y to the
To
base
the base.
b equal to log x to the base y. Remember?
Yes, sir.
So here what did I do? I took log to the base 10, and here I took 2, and here what did I take? Log to the base 10, b I took as 10, and y I took as e. Remember? So what did I get? log e to the base 2. Remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this log e to the base 2 is ln2, right? ln2, and
Log
here 10 2, and what factor do I get here? Log 10e. Clear? Remember?
Yes, sir.
Now if you look at this value, 1 by log 1 divided by log e, right? We need log e, right? Log
Yes, sir.
e. Where is e? Here. What did I get? 2.3. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Decimal places. Let us see for 4 decimal places. So 0.303. Can you see? If you look at 3 decimal places, it will be 2.303. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here what do you write? 2.303 log 10 2 is equal to ln2. Clear? In fact, this works for any number. This works for any number. So natural log of any number x is equal to, tell me, 2.303 log to the base 10 of that number. You are getting my point?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So what is log, natural log of 10? Tell me.
2.303 into log 10.
To the base 10, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It
sir.
It is what?
2.303 into 1.
2.303.
2.303. Clear? Similarly, you can convert log from log, natural log to the base 10, and you can do the reverse also by dividing 2.303. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So you
Yes,
can do
sir.
it the other way around also. Well, I'll write that also. So log to the base 10 x is equal to 1 by 2.303 into natural log to the base 6. Clear? You are getting? So as this
Yes,
one is
sir.
true, this formula is also true. Okay. Now I'm asking you some questions. You just answer me quickly. Now, if f of x is equal to x square, or y equals to x square, let us say. So let me just do it like this. If y equals to x square, what is dy by dx?
2x.
2x.
Yes, sir.
If y equals to x square, what is dy by dx?
2x.
It's 2x. Okay, fine. Okay. If y equals to x square plus 2, what is dy by dx?
2x.
2x.
Why? Because anyway that 2 is what?
Constant.
Constant.
Okay, next. So what is if y equals to x square minus 10?
Still 2x.
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 Okay. What is y if y equals to x square plus pi?
2x.
X square. 2x.
What if it is x square minus e?
2x.
2x.
Because e is
2x.
also constant. So what did you observe here?
They are
Constant
having the same
0.
derivative.
Can I write f of x here and f dash of x
Yes,
here?
sir.
Yes, sir.
So let me just write down capital F of x just for the continuity. Can I write f dash of x here?
Yes, sir.
Now you'll understand one thing. Wait. you'll understand one important thing. Now, if I write integration of 2x, what will you write?
2.
Mm-hmm.
2.
X square.
No, sir, x.
See, generally it is common that you get confused between differentiation and integration in the beginning. Nothing wrong, but just think and tell. It is x square. See, there are no limits. What to do?
Plus C.
Plus C.
Plus C.
Plus
Now,
C.
now are you understanding why am I adding plus c?
Yes, sir.
Because that c can be anything. It can be 2, it can be 10, it can be 0,
Any
it can be pi, it can be e. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because see, what is the meaning of see? If this is integral of this, if this is integral of this 2x, that means what? This must be
Derivative.
derivative, right? Now c can be anything, right? For having same derivative, c can be 2, c can be minus 10, c can be pi, c can be 100, c can be 1000. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You understood why we write c? Reason for c?
Yes, sir.
So that
Yes,
is the reason for writing c in which integral? Indefinite integral. Clear? Are you getting my point?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Indefinite integral. In definite integral, why don't we write that? Because even if we write, it will cancel from upper to lower. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So if I write for example, if I write 2x here, dx here if I write 1 to 5, even if I don't write c, it's nothing wrong. Why? Because it is x square plus c. Even if I write, it's useless. Why? Because when you subtract from upper limit the lower limit, that c will anyway cancel. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So it is 5 square plus c minus 1 square
1
plus c.
square.
So anyway that c will cancel. That's why we don't write in we don't write c. We don't write c in definite. So in definite, what do you do generally? You just write the
5 square
Limits.
minus 1 square.
x square. You write just x square and then you leave it. Clear? You don't write c because it is useless. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So
Sir,
it is equal to
sir, why can't we use chain rule in the upper question?
we can't use. We have checked it, right? Which question?
Sir, scroll. Sir, this question. Um,
This question. This question, right?
no, sir. We were just doing that question.
Here you don't need chain rule because you already know what the integral of 2x is. See, 2 will come outside. This 2 will come outside. You are getting my point. This 2 will come outside. So it is just integration of x dx. You know what integration of x is? It is x square by 2. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So when does chain rule come into question? It comes into question when we have function in a function. We don't have function in a function here. So there is no question of chain rule here. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Clear? Okay. Now, tell me. Listen carefully. What did I tell you integration was?
Sir,
Area under the slope.
area under the
Area
graph.
under the graph.
Area
It is area under the graph.
under
Very
the
good.
graph.
Of a function. Of course, it is bounded by x is equal to a and x is equal to b. I am not writing that. Okay, tell me. What is derivative?
Slope
Slope.
of a function.
The slope of
Very good.
Slope of a function.
Slope of a function. Very good. Very good. Now let me discuss the things that I discussed yesterday. I told you yesterday
Sir,
that yeah,
so
yeah.
what is the integration and differentiation of pi to the power x?
5 to the power
Pi.
5. This 5.
No, sir, pi.
Sir, pi.
Pi, sir.
So
Pi.
3.14 pi.
Pi to the power x.
Yes, sir.
So instead of pi, can I take some constant a? Because whatever is applicable for this constant is applicable for this pi also. Are you
Yes.
getting my point? So
Yes,
first
sir.
let us do for a power x. So where did you get this question from? Acha, you are just curious because we have done for e power x. What is for a power x? That is your question, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll introduce you to one new method, new method called implicit differentiation. It is called implicit differentiation. Watch carefully. What is implicit differentiation? You'll understand. See, if you have function like y square is equal to x, y square is equal to x. Okay. Now the question is find dy by dx. The question is find dy by dx. Now you tell me, according to your knowledge now, what will you do? How will you proceed? Tell me. First, what will you do? Tell me. First, what will you do?
Sir,
First, very good.
f of
So dy
x.
by dx is equal to f of x plus dx minus f of x.
No. That is fine. But first, before finding dy by dx, what will you find? What is?
Y square.
No. Why? See,
F of y.
dy by dx फाइंड करने से पहले y तो फाइंड करिए. y क्या है बोलिए?
A to the power x.
यहाँ देखो एक स्टेप में आएगा. What is y?
The
If y
root of
square.
x.
Yeah.
Root x.
अरे अगर y square x है तो y कितना होगा?
Root x.
Root x, sir.
Root x. Very good. Now it is easy, right? To find dy by dx. Tell me what is dy by dx? बोलो. अच्छा ठीक है. अगर याद नहीं है root x का, I recommend that you remember the
Minus
derivative of root x. If you don't remember, write it down. Power half. Yeah. So what is dy by dx? X power n का n into x power n minus 1 है.
1 by 2 x to the power 1 by 2
Yes,
minus
sir.
1.
क्या आएगा? 1 by
Minus 2.
1 by
Minus
x
1
square.
2 by 2 root x.
minus 1 by 2 root x है. आंसर क्या है आपका?
Minus 1 by 2 root x.
ओके. minus 1 नहीं. Only 1 by 2 root x.
Okay, sir.
So I recommend you remember this. क्या? root x का डेरिवेटिव क्या है?
1 by 2 root x.
root x का डेरिवेटिव क्या है? 1 by
1 by
2 root x है. ये you
2
remember.
root x.
Derivative. Clear? So I will show you a new method which will be useful in many other cases to solve the problems. तो यहाँ पे देखो, गौर से देखो आप लोग. अगर y square is equal to 2x दिया है आपको, देखो y square is equal to 2x दिया है, तो implicit differentiation is done like this. Implicit differentiation. You will get the same answer. So what do? Is you differentiate on both sides. Now this time you are not differentiating with respect to x, you are implicitly differentiating. I'll show you why that works. So यहाँ पे देखो, पहले देखो क्या y square है ना लेफ्ट साइड पे, तो y square का डेरिवेटिव लिखते हैं 2y and then you write dy equal to 2x का डेरिवेटिव you write dx. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you some example. अच्छा देखेंगे यहाँ पे क्या आता है, देखते हैं. Don't worry if you don't understand, you'll understand. Wait. So what is dy by dx? 2 cancel हो गया. क्या आया? क्या आया?
Y
One by
by
y. One by y.
Y square is equal to x, right? Y square is equal to x था. Okay, ये
Yes.
था question. ये था, sorry. ये था ना. अच्छा, implicit differentiation क्या करते हो? You take the derivative of y with respect to some other t. देखो 2y, देखो y square का क्या है डेरिवेटिव? 2y dy. ठीक है, इक्वल टू x का क्या है? dx. You are getting my point?
yes, sir.
Wait, you'll understand. Wait. So what is dy by dx? 1 by
2y.
1 by
2y.
2y. But what is y?
2y.
Y
X.
equals to root x.
Root x.
Root x.
आ गया आपका आंसर 1 by 2 root x. Clear? I'll explain. Don't worry. देखो, for example, sin x equal to log y है और log y equals to sin x है. Log y, natural log of y. Natural log of y equals to sin x है. ठीक है? तो implicit differentiation करते हैं इसका. क्या करते हैं? Implicit. When do you do implicit differentiation? Whenever y is not alone. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
तो देखो क्या आएगा, ln y का डेरिवेटिव क्या है? 1 by y और dy लिखते हैं यहाँ पे, और इस पे यहाँ पे क्या लिखते हैं?
Cos.
cos x, उसके बाद dx. तो what is dy by dx? बोलिए.
Cos x y.
y
cos
cos x और cos x y whatever. तो what is dy by dx? आंसर हमेशा x के टर्म्स में देना है. तो क्या आएगा बोलो? y is क्या? y लिख सकते हैं आप e पावर sin x. y देखो यहाँ पे अगर log उधर जाएगा तो क्या होएगा? समझ में आया? log अगर उधर जाएगा तो क्या होगा? e
So
पावर sin,
divide.
नहीं e, ये log to the base e है ना.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो देखो भाई यहाँ पे आपका log to the base e y is equal to sin x है ना. तो जब e उधर जाएगा तो क्या होगा? y equals to e पावर sin x होएगा ना.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't worry. I'll give you some more examples, you'll understand. Don't worry. So starting में थोड़ा difficult दिखेगा आपको. For example यहाँ पे y cube is equal to sin square x है. तो यहाँ पे implicit differentiation लगाते हैं. Implicit differentiation. तो y cube का क्या आएगा? 3 y square dy. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
3 y square dy equals to sin square x का क्या आएगा? 2 sin x cos x dx. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So what is dy by dx? 2 by 3. बोलिए.
2 by 3 y square sin x cos x.
Sin x cos x by
Y square.
Yes.
y square. Now if you want you can substitute y if he is asking in question. So what is dy by dx equal to? 2 sin x cos x को sin 2x लिख सकते हो आप if you want, by 3
3 y square.
y square. What is y square?
Y square.
sin power 4 by 3 आएगा. इधर देखो, दिखाई दे रहा है आपको? यहाँ से मैं निकालूंगा y स्क्वायर क्या है. तो y स्क्वायर के लिए क्या करना है आपको? y क्यूब को 2 by 3 करना है. ठीक है? तो राइट हैंड साइड पे भी आपको क्या करने पड़ेगा, पावर 2/3 करना पड़ेगा। इम्प्लाइज क्या आएगा, y square is equal to sin power 4/3x. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
If you want,
Yes,
you can
sir.
substitute. Not necessary. Depends on the options given. Clear?
Yes, sir.
This is called implicit differentiation. ठीक है, समझ में आया आपको? देखो एक और क्वेश्चन बताता हूं मैं आपको। सपोज बोलिए कुछ भी।
सर वो था ना a to the power pi.
ओके ठीक है, वही करते हैं। सो व्हाट इज y इक्वल टू
a to
A
the
to the
power
power x.
a टू द पावर x। समझ में आया? ठीक है, y इक्वल टू a टू द
Yes, sir.
पावर x। क्लियर? ठीक है, y is equal to a to the power x. Now what we do is we'll use our knowledge from previous this thing and we will try to solve it. अगर a लेफ्ट साइड आ गया तो क्या होएगा, बोलो? अगर a लेफ्ट साइड आ गया तो क्या बनेगा?
Log of y to the
log
base
y to the base a.
x
minus a.
हेलो,
Yes, sir.
हाँ बोलो, क्या है, क्या होगा? अच्छा मैं एक और
The
क्वेश्चन
log-
पूछूंगा, यू टेल मी अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट, इट विल बी इजी। वेरी वेरी गुड। अच्छा अगर y इक्वल्स टू 10 पावर x रहेगा तो क्या होगा? अभी बोलो, ये थोड़ा इजी है, फेमिलियर है, एक्चुअली इजी नहीं है, सेम बट फेमिलियर है। तो 10
Sir,
इधर आएगा तो क्या होगा?
log y to the base
log of
10
y to the base 10
equals to x.
log of y to the base 10 equals to x होगा। सो सेम लॉजिक इधर लगाइए आप, सेम लॉजिक इधर लगाइए। इफ y is
Log-
equal to
log of y to the
a
base
power, वेरी गुड, log of y to the base a होगा, ये उधर आएगा तो log a बेस है ना, तो बेस a बन जाएगा, ये y हो जाएगा, इक्वल टू क्या है,
x.
X.
इक्वल टू x। यहाँ तक क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now can I write this as natural log of y by natural log of a? Property याद है?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Log to the base by log same base to y equal to log x to the base y. ये प्रॉपर्टी याद है ना आपको?
Yes, sir.
सेम प्रॉपर्टी। यहाँ पे बेस क्या है अपना? नेचुरल,
Natural log.
हाँ log to the e है, log to the base e है। अच्छा मैं ऐसे लिखता हूँ, मैं थोड़ा बेटर रहेगा। तो log sorry log to the base e, log to the base e। क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
यहाँ तक क्लियर? ओके, अभी मेरे को ये बोलो, ये क्या है, ये है क्या?
natural
क्या
log of
है?
a
नहीं मतलब ओवरऑल है क्या, ये ओवरऑल है क्या?
1 by a.
हाँ भाई, मतलब है क्या ये कांस्टेंट है,
Yes,
है
sir.
क्या नहीं? ओके, तो मेरे को ये बोलो अभी, कैन आई राइट इट एज नेचुरल लॉग ऑफ y इक्वल टू दैट कांस्टेंट। कांस्टेंट क्या है? ln a। कैन आई राइट इट एज ln a into x? क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
ओके,
Yes, sir.
अच्छा अब इम्प्लिसिट डिफरेंशिएशन करो। अब क्या करो? इम्प्लिसिट, लेट मी राइट इन अनदर कलर, इम्प्लिसिट डिफरेंशिएशन। तो टेल मी व्हाट ln y का डिफरेंशिएशन क्या है? 1 by y
By
dy इक्वल टू ln a, तो कांस्टेंट है तो कांस्टेंट बाहर निकल जाएगा। x का डिफरेंशिएशन क्या है? x का dx।
1.
So 1.
हाँ 1, फिर dx भी लिखना जरूरी है ना आपको, इम्प्लिसिट कर रहे हो, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
So what is dy by dx?
Natural log of a
Natural log of
by
a
Into y. But what is y? y क्या था? a power x था.
जी सर.
तो dy by dx कितना आया?
Natural log of a into a power x.
a power x log a. ठीक है, क्लियर? तो मैं यहाँ पे लिखूंगा, आपको समझ में आएगा. अगर y इज इक्वल टू a पावर x है तो dy by dx क्या है? बोलिए.
a to the power
A
x
power
natural
x.
Power
log
x natural log of y.
वेरी गुड. dy by dx क्या है? a पावर x नेचुरल लॉग ऑफ a. अभी बोलिए आप, अगर y इज इक्वल टू 10 पावर x है देन dy by dx क्या है?
Power x. 10
10 पावर x
power x natural log of 10.
natural log of 10. Very good. Natural log of 10. Okay. I'll repeat implicit differentiation again. Don't worry. अच्छा, एक और क्वेश्चन. If y equals to, आपका जो क्वेश्चन था, pi power x है. What is dy by dx?
So, pi power x.
Pi power x.
Natural log of y.
Natural log x.
Natural log of pi.
Pi. Very good. Now your old question, अगर e power x है तो ये फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करो, क्या आएगा?
E power x.
Pi power e.
Power x.
Natural log of
Natural.
e. But what is ln e?
Sir, 1.
1. तो ऑब्वियसली जो अपना फॉर्मूला था वो आ गया अपने को. Therefore dy by dx equals to, बोलिए, e power x.
E power x.
क्योंकि ये है 1. ये क्या होगा? This is 1.
Only power x.
1 1 7.
ये तो 1 है. ठीक है. अच्छा, अब इम्प्लिसिट डिफरेंशिएशन मैं आपको जल्दी जल्दी बताऊंगा कैसे करना है. देखो, अगर x है तो उसका इम्प्लिसिट डिफरेंशिएशन क्या है? नहीं, x का dx है. x का क्या है? dx. x स्क्वायर का क्या है?
Sir, 2x dx.
वेरी गुड. अच्छा, इसका मैं लिखता हूँ 1 dx, चलेगा? इसका है 2 dx.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
x पावर n का क्या है?
nx to the
N?
power minus 1 dx.
dx.
ओके, फाइन. अच्छा, y का इम्प्लिसिट डिफरेंशिएशन क्या है? dy. y स्क्वायर का क्या है?
So 2y dy.
2y dy.
2y dy. और y क्यूब का क्या है?
3y square dy.
y cube 2y.
और sin y का क्या है?
Minus cos
Sir,
y.
cos y dy.
Cos y.
प्लस
Yes sir, cos y dy.
cos y dy. cos y dy. You are getting my point?
Sir, cos y.
Yes sir.
या एक मिनट. जी बोलिए, कुछ डाउट है?
Sir, cos y
cos y का आप बोलो.
minus sin y dy.
Minus
Minus sin y dy sir.
sin y dy. 1 log y का क्या है?
so natural log.
One
Sir,
by
1 by
y.
x. 1 by y.
Divide.
आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? इनफैक्ट अब जो हम पहले करते थे ना डिफरेंशिएशंस, वो भी एक्चुअली इम्प्लिसिट ही है. देखो, अगर y इक्वल्स टू x पावर n है तो y का इम्प्लिसिट डिफरेंशिएशन क्या है? dy.
Yes,
x का क्या है?
nx to the power n minus 1 dy and dx.
dx. तो therefore dy by dx is equal to
nx n to the power n minus 1.
n minus 1. Are you getting my point?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
देखो फिर से, अगर y इक्वल्स टू x, अगर y इक्वल्स टू x है तो लेट अस सी, लेफ्ट साइड क्या आएगा इम्प्लिसिट से? dx dy. राइट साइड क्या आएगा? dx. तो व्हाट इज dy by dx?
1.
1. You are getting my point?
Yes sir.
तो लेट मी आस्क यू वन मोर क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, एक काम करते हैं. Okay. Okay. ठीक है. अगर y equals to अच्छा y square is equal to x है तो क्या आएगा बोलो 2y dy equals to dx 1 dx. So what is dy by dx?
2y.
Sir, 1 by 2y.
1 by 2y. But what is 1 by 2y?
1 by 2 root x.
2 root x. You are getting my point.
Yes, sir.
Now alternately you can solve this. You can solve this alternately like this. Alternate solution. इसका alternate solution देखो. Instead of going for implicit आप क्या कर सकते हैं y equals to root x ले सकते हैं आप starting में.
Yes.
Clear? So dy by dx equals to 1 by
2 root x. 2
Yeah,
root x. Yes.
Tell me. Any doubt?
Sir, why are you writing root x? Previous one, sir.
Because if y square is equal to x, then y equal to root x ना. अच्छा इधर वाला. Here, this is your doubt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because here you have y. How will you substitute y with? What is y equal to? Root x ना. तो यहाँ पे y
Yes, sir,
substitute
yes.
कर रहे हो बस. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Clear.
fine. So we have done one new thing. We have learned one new formula here. If y equals to, which will not be very useful for you, but anyway in physics, just remember if y equals to a power x, then dy by dx equals to
A power x natural log of 2.
natural log of a. So this is also very famous formula in mathematics, but not in physics. In mathematics you come across this a lot, but not in physics. Okay, clear? Okay, fine. Now let me show you quickly. Some time is remaining. I think in 20 minutes I have to complete it. Why? See, tell me again. What is integration?
Area under slope of a graph.
Area of the graph.
Area and the
graph.
slope of a function.
Area under graph.
Under graphic function.
And what is integral? Integral. Let me write integral. Actually, which integral? Definite integral. So anyway, integral I'll write. Integral. So what is the derivative?
Slope of a function.
Slope of a function.
The slope of a function. Very good. Now watch carefully. This is a little bit critical to understand. But if you understand this, and if you don't get the clarity now, just rewatch the recording again and again till you understand. Clear? Now, fundamental theorem. Of differential calculus.
dy by dx equals to fx plus dx minus fx upon dx.
So it is like this. If you write it completely, it will be like this. If y equals to f of x, then
dy by dx.
dy by dx or f of
f dash of x, f prime of x or dy by dx equals to, tell me,
f of x plus dx minus
F of x plus
by dx.
Dx. Upon dx.
dx.
so this is nothing but formula for slope, right? This is nothing but, so this is nothing but formula for slope. Or definition of slope, I can say, right? What is definition of slope? Delta y by delta x. That is what we are writing here. Clear? This is fundamental theorem of differential calculus. Now you don't need a proof to understand this because we just wrote it from the definition itself. Clear? Okay? And we derived
Yes, sir.
many derivatives If we derived sin x, we derived cos x, we derived x cube, we derived x square, we derived many except e power x, many functions we derived, and we understood and we wrote the derivatives. Okay, and we understand that derivatives are slope. Then integral, fundamental theorem of integral calculus. Fundamental theorem of integral calculus is this. See, if you have integral of some function dx from a to b, what do? You write it as capital F of x and you put the limits from a to b, which is equal to, tell me,
F of B minus F of
X.
A.
which is equal to capital F of b minus capital F of a. So it will give you what? Area under the graph. This will give you what? I
Area
didn't
under
complete. Such that, tell me, such that. Remember?
Yes.
That means what? If this is, if capital F of x is
integral.
integral of small f of x, then
Small f of x is derivative of capital F of x.
Capital F of x is equals to small f of x.
so that is what the second statement is, right? What is second statement claiming? That this is a
Derivative of capital F of x.
okay. Now what does this give me? What does this give me? This gives me what? Area under f of x.
Yeah.
Area under f of x bounded by x equal to a, comma x equal to b. Okay. Now see, how is slope related to area under the graph? It doesn't make sense, right? You are getting my point. How is slope opposite of area under the graph? You are getting my point.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now that I will prove it, watch carefully. Now you have this your x-axis and y-axis here. This is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. X-axis and y-axis. So this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. And what is y equal to? F of x. Remember? So this is your
Yes,
function.
sir.
This is your function. Now let me just show you something. Okay. Let me show you something. This is x. Clear? So what will be this? Let me just write down. Yeah. Yeah. This is x. So what is this? What is this? Tell me.
F of x.
This is f of x. This is f of x. Clear? Now, which line represents f of x? Can you see that this length is x and this length is f of x? Can you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, suppose this is dx. This is dx. So, what is f of x dx? This is the area of this rectangle. So, what is this? F of x dx. Clear? Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now I will define a region called region of x. I will define a region called region of x, which will give me area bounded by area under the graph bounded by, watch carefully what I am saying, this will give me area under the graph bounded by x equal to a and x equal to x. You are getting my point? Suppose this is A. Suppose this is B somewhere. Suppose this is what? This is B. So this is x equal to A and x is equal to B. So tell me, what does R of x give me? Which area? R
So
of
A
x
to
will
B.
give, R of x will give me this area.
Yes.
You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
This area. Clear? Any problem?
No, sir.
So R of x, that why R of x gives me this area? Tell me. Because I defined it like that. Because I defined it like that. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
can you please repeat?
See, R of x I am defining. R of x gives me, this is my definition. R of x gives me, R of x gives me the
Sir,
area,
what R represent?
some function, कुछ फंक्शन है x का, समझ गए? क्लियर? रीजन, R
Yes,
मतलब रीजन, R मतलब रीजन. Why I have taken R? Because R stands for region. तो वो रीजन का एरिया. ठीक है, समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
So let me just write in another color. Yeah. So here R, by R I mean region. So R of x क्या देता आपको? एरिया बाउंडेड बाय x इक्वल टू a एंड x इक्वल टू x. वो x कहीं भी रह सकता. अगर x यहाँ पे है तो यहाँ तक का एरिया देता मेरे को. ठीक है? अगर x यहाँ है, अगर x यहाँ है तो यहाँ तक का एरिया देता. ठीक है? R of b कहाँ तक का एरिया देता? R of b, R of b मेरे को सारा एरिया देता a और b के बीच में. क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, R of a क्या देता मेरे को? R of a, R of a
Only
क्या?
that small.
R of a is area between a and a, which is 0. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
ये क्या, ये क्या है आपका? ये वाला, ये R of x है. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, यहाँ पे listen carefully, you just think an answer. What is then? बहुत carefully सुनो. R of x plus dx कहाँ तक का एरिया देता? Look at the diagram.
R of X.
कलर्स देख के बोलो मेरे को. कलर्स देख के बोलो. R of x plus dx कहाँ का?
Yellow and pink.
येलो एरिया प्लस
Pink
Pink
area.
area.
वो रेड एरिया है, वो रेड है. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
तो R of x plus dx कौन सा एरिया देता? येलो एरिया प्लस पिंक रेड एरिया देता. ठीक है? समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा,
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, R of x plus dx माइनस R of x कौन सा एरिया देता?
Red area, sir.
रेड एरिया. क्योंकि सारे एरिया में से येलो एरिया निकाल लिया आपने, तो बचेगा रेड एरिया. है क्या नहीं?
Yes. Yes, sir.
तो कैन आई जस्ट पुट दैट. अच्छा ठीक है, इसको रेड एरिया बनाते हैं. तो ये रेड एरिया है. ठीक है? क्लियर? अच्छा, बट रेड एरिया मालूम है आपको क्या है? रेड एरिया
F of X plus D. F of X dx.
very good. It is f of x dx. Can you understand that? क्यों? इसका लेंथ क्या है? इसका लेंथ कितना है?
So F of X.
Sir, F of X.
f of x है, breadth कितना है, breadth?
dx.
Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This
sir.
is dx ना, तो breadth कितना हो गया इसका breadth? dx हो गया breadth, तो area is what? Red area is f of x
f of
dx.
x dx.
So can I write here r of x plus dx minus r of x is f of x dx?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Clear? अच्छा, तो tell me what is f of x? r of x plus dx minus r of x by
dx.
ये देख के कुछ याद आया आपको? ये देख के
Yes, sir.
क्या याद आया? क्या याद आया?
F of x plus dx minus
Plus
f of
dx
x by
minus f
dx.
of x by dx.
इक्वल टू f dash of x. तो ये क्या होएगा?
R dash.
है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, if f of x plus dx minus f of x by dx equals to f dash of x, then r of x plus dx minus r of x by dx equals to r dash of x. Do you agree? ये क्या है ये? Fundamental theorem of
Differential calculus.
डिफरेंशियल कैलकुलस. ठीक है, समझ में आया? अच्छा,
Yes, sir.
ये प्रूव कर दिया आपने डायग्राम से, ये प्रूव कर दिया आपके डायग्राम से और डेफिनेशन से. क्लियर? समझ में आया? बट
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अब अपना वो क्या था, क्या बोलते हैं, फंडामेंटल थ्योरम ऑफ इंटीग्रल कैलकुलस क्या था? ये था ना, दिखाई दे रहा है आपको? मतलब इंटीग्रल ऑफ स्मॉल एफ ऑफ एक्स इज कैपिटल एफ ऑफ एक्स सच दैट डेरिवेटिव ऑफ कैपिटल एफ ऑफ एक्स इज स्मॉल एफ ऑफ एक्स. दिखाई दे रहा है यहाँ पे?
Yes, sir.
यहाँ पे क्या प्रूव किया आपने? आर डैश ऑफ एक्स इज एफ ऑफ एक्स. दिखाई दे रहा है आपको? इधर आपने प्रूव किया
Yes,
कि
sir.
आर डैश ऑफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू एफ ऑफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू एफ ऑफ एक्स. नाउ
F
फंडामेंटल
F
थ्योरम
dash of x. Yes, sir.
ऑफ इंटीग्रल कैलकुलस क्या बोलता?
F capital of f
कैपिटल
x is equals to f of x.
स्मॉल एफ ऑफ एक्स. क्लियर? समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
नाउ आई एम आस्किंग यू सम क्वेश्चंस. x स्क्वायर का डेरिवेटिव क्या है?
2x.
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 x स्क्वायर प्लस 3 का डेरिवेटिव क्या है?
2x.
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 x स्क्वायर माइनस 10 का डेरिवेटिव क्या है?
2x.
2x.
x स्क्वायर प्लस 5 का डेरिवेटिव क्या है?
2x.
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 2x. Now देखो, if derivatives of two functions is same, अगर f dash of x भी f of x है और r dash of x भी f of x है, that means those functions f of x and r of x they differ by a constant. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
देखो भाई, x स्क्वायर का डेरिवेटिव भी 2x है, x स्क्वायर प्लस 3 का डेरिवेटिव भी 2x है. इसका मतलब एक फंक्शन का डेरिवेटिव और दूसरे फंक्शन का डेरिवेटिव, दोनों का डेरिवेटिव सेम है. ठीक है? दैट मींस फंक्शन डिफर बाय अ कांस्टेंट, राइट? मतलब फंक्शन क्या हो सकता है?
Yes, sir.
हो सकता है और एक x स्क्वायर प्लस 3 हो सकता है. और उल्टा भी देखूंगा मैं. देखो, if देखो if f of x equal to r of x plus c. अब डेरिवेटिव निकालो. डेरिवेटिव लेफ्ट साइड क्या आएगा? f डैश ऑफ x आएगा. राइट साइड क्या आएगा? r डैश ऑफ x आएगा प्लस 0 आएगा.
Yes, sir.
तो उल्टा भी सही है ना? if f डैश ऑफ x equal to r डैश ऑफ x, then बोलो f of x equals to r of x plus c. Agreed?
C. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, ये हो गया. अभी लास्ट स्टेप देखो, वॉच केयरफुली. नाउ Tell me what is R of A? R क्या है? रीजन बिटवीन A एंड X है ना, तो R of A क्या होगा?
0.
0 होगा। देखो R of X इतना आया, R of B कितना आया, R of B इतना आया, R of X plus dx इतना आया, R of A कितना आएगा? इसके और इसके खुद के बीच में की रीजन R of A 0 है। डू यू एग्री? सो कैन आई राइट हियर R of A equal to 0? हाँ, ठीक है। नाउ कंसीडर दिस फंक्शन, कंसीडर दिस इक्वेशन, कंसीडर this equation f of x equal to r of x plus c. Let x equal to a. तो क्या हो जाएगा इक्वेशन? बोलो। f of a
R of 0
equal r of a
plus C.
plus C.
therefore c equal to
C.
c equals to f of a। दिखाई दे रहा है आपको? क्यों? क्योंकि ये
0 के बराबर।
0 है। तो अब ये इक्वेशन अपडेट हो गया। therefore c is found, no, c is found to be कितना? f of a, the equation updates to, बोलिए, f of x equals to, बोलिए,
C.
f of x equals to r of x plus c की जगह क्या लिखेंगे?
F of A.
F of A.
0.
a, f of a। देखो c equals to f of a था ना,
Yes, sir.
तो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट इक्वेशन क्या होएगा? r of x equals to, बोलो, बोलिए,
F of
F of x minus F of
F of A.
minus f of a। Do you agree? Now our aim
Yes,
is
sir.
to,
yes, sir.
our aim is to find region between x equal to a and x equal to b. Clear? That means we need, बोलिए, r of b। Clear है क्या नहीं?
Yes, sir.
So according to this, what is r of b? बोलो। If, बोलिए बोलिए, if r of x equals to f of x minus f of a, then r of b equals to f of b minus f of a।
F of A.
F of
No.
x minus.
We proved it, right? What did we prove?
सर हम कॉमन लेके भी कर सकते हैं।
कौन सा कॉमन लेना है?
सर कैपिटल F अगर हम कॉमन ले लें और b माइनस ये b माइनस a कर लें।
नहीं 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 नहीं, ये देखो f मल्टीप्लाई नहीं हो रहा यहाँ पे, f इज ए फंक्शन। मैं एक एग्जांपल बोलता हूँ आपको। अगर साइन ऑफ 60
आगे सर, आगे
माइनस
फिर।
साइन ऑफ 30 है, तो क्या आप साइन कॉमन लोगे? नहीं
ना
लोगे ना। अच्छा, एक और एग्जांपल। अगर log ऑफ
ना सर।
100 माइनस log ऑफ 10 है। अच्छा, यहाँ तो कोइंसिडेंस हो गया, छोड़ दो। log ऑफ 100 माइनस log ऑफ 5 है, तो क्या आप log ऑफ 100 माइनस 5 करोगे? नहीं करोगे ना। जो फंक्शन
ना
जैसे जैसा करेगा वैसा करोगे। तो f कॉमन नहीं ले सकते यहाँ पे। ठीक है, क्लियर? Now this, I agree that this derivation is big. This derivation is big, and let me tell you, even the people who are taking engineering will not know, will generally not come across this derivation because they don't teach it. क्योंकि थोड़ा लेंदी है ना, इसलिए टीचर्स सोचते हैं कि बच्चों के लिए हेवी हो जाएगा, बच्चे जो है ना डर जाएंगे, इसीलिए बताते नहीं है। But actually, I don't like teaching anything without टेलिंग द स्टूडेंट्स, सी आप कुछ सीख रहे हो तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि आप क्या सीख रहे हो, है क्या नहीं? बस इंटीग्रल्स रट लिए, डिफरेंशियल डेरिवेटिव्स रट लिया आपने, आपको पता ही नहीं कि डिफरेंशियल क्या है, डेरिवेटिव क्या है, आपको पता ही नहीं कि इंटीग्रल क्या है, आपको पता ही नहीं कि इंटीग्रल डेरिवेटिव का उल्टा क्यों है, बट यू आर यूजिंग देन देयर इज नो पॉइंट इन स्टडीइंग, राइट? So don't worry, I will explain this again, but you go through this again and again after the exam. But मैं एक और बार explain करूंगा, this is क्योंकि ये थोड़ा complicated है। ये proof है, किसका proof है? अभी जो हमने किया लंबा वाला fundamental theorem of
Integral.
Calculus.
Integral.
Integral calculus.
ठीक है? So yeah, इसके go through this after the exam, not before the exam. After the exam, go through this very well. Try to understand. Try to explain it to your friends. थोड़ा discuss करो आपके साथ, अगर कोई partner है, study partner, तो आप you try to explain this to them. Then you will get the clarity. Clear? ठीक है? So I'll upload this. I'm ending the lecture now. ठीक है? So write the exam well. All the best. We'll
Thank you,
continue
sir.
in the next class from tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.